Hi everybody, welcome to CARE. CARE stands for the Center for Animal Research and Education, and we are a nonprofit facility that takes care of over 50 animals. We decided to start a virtual tour for you guys. So hello, my name is Jamie and I'm going to be your tour guide. So before we even get started with the tour, first I want to say I apologize that it is so windy today. I hope that doesn't affect the sound quality too much. But I also want to tell you a little bit about CARE. So CARE was founded in 2003 as a nonprofit, and our mission really is to give a safe, loving, permanent home to exotic animals in need. We have a lot of animals here. We're going to tell you about their backgrounds and their personalities because they all are really unique and really wonderful. So let's go ahead and get started. So we are now within the gates of the facility, and we're gonna start out with a really, really special girl. Hi, sweetheart. Hi, sweetheart. Oh my gosh! Who's excited? Hi! So this is Noel. Noel is an African lioness. She is a big old goof. You got your back, Pete? So just a little bit about how we talk here. First of all the cats really respond to a very high-pitched voice. So we do a lot of baby talk. It's not because we sound cool, it's because they actually respond to it more. And we have certain names for things. For instance, the cat's feet or paws, we call them Pete's. It's like if you mixed paws and feet together, you would get Pete's. Noel! Noel! Get your Pete! Get your Pete! So Noel, like I mentioned, she's an African lioness. We've had Noel here since she was itty bitty, and unfortunately Noel was an only child. So lions are really the only big cats, really the only cats that are really family oriented. They typically live in prides, which are big groups of lions, and so they have a need for social interaction. Because Noel, where'd you go? Because Noel was an only child, she didn't get social interaction with other lions. So when she was growing up, she spent a lot of time with one of the dogs here at CARE and a lot of time with people. We had to give her that interaction so that she would be happy. And as she got older, of course, the interaction had to change. We couldn't be around her in the same way because if you notice, she is in an enclosure with fence. We do not go in with adult cats here. We just, as much as we love them and as cute as she's being right now, she is still a very big girl and very powerful and could really, really hurt us. So we don't do that, but we do give her plenty of attention from the other side of the fence. And she loves it. She's really people-oriented because that's what she grew up with. She grew up around people. We played with her and loved on her, and we are good things to her. But she is very, very playful. Little known fact about lions, particularly female lions, they love to play soccer. They are excellent soccer players. You gonna run? You gonna run? What are you gonna do? So Noel, usually when she wakes up in the morning, she goes out and finds one of her balls and she kicks it around her enclosure for her morning exercise. Yeah. And I don't know, Noe. If you guys can hear that sound that she's making, it kind of sounds like she's growling. So big cats communicate in a lot of different ways, and some of the ways that they communicate is vocalization. They make sounds. And one of the sounds that they make can be a growl. Now, there's bad growls and there's good growls. Bad growls, usually they have their ears back in a kind of aggressive posture, maybe snarling, hissing too. That means they are angry or scared. But there's also good growls for lions. And that sound that she's making right now, Noe! That is a good growl. That's her way of vocalizing with me, telling me that she's happy, she's excited, she's feeling playful. She really wants me to just run back and forth along the fence with her. Because that's what she does. But she is amazing, amazing. So typically in the wild, like I said, lions would live in family groups, and Noel would have a bunch of other female lions that she would be close to, and they would hunt together. And lions are really amazing hunters because they work as a team. They work as a group to hunt really large prey. And as much as Noel loves people, as much as she's been around people, as affectionate as she can be, she's still a lion. And believe it or not, she still has that instinct to hunt, because that's what they have to do to survive. They have to hunt other animals in order to eat. So it is just really a part of who they are. But in captivity, they don't get a chance to hunt anything. So what we have to do is provide them with other things that will keep them busy. So the grass is kind of high because it's been raining a lot, but she's got balls in there. She's got this amazing tower. It's just like a big cat tree. She's got lots of toys in there that you can't see. She's kind of taken them up in the tower with her in the cave, but actually Noel really likes stuffed animals. We can't give them to every cat because some of them will try to eat them. She does not eat them. She plays with them and cuddles with them. She has stuffed animals that she's had since she was a baby. And then of course we do spend a lot of time with them, the ones that want us to, and that gives them interaction as well. And it's all that stuff, the toys, the things to do, the getting attention from their people, that's all called enrichment. And enrichment is really important. You can see there's some of her stuffed animals. Enrichment's really important to keep them physically and mentally healthy when they're living in captivity. And Noel is a pretty happy girl. She is not often in a bad mood. Noel! Noe! And she is, I was not playing with her enough, so she is now going to ignore me. All right, let's head over to the next animal. Hi. All right, you guys are getting a treat. So this little lady, that is Bindi. Bindi is a South American coati. They are sometimes called coatimundi. They are part of the raccoon family, and they live all over South America, Latin America, Mexico, and even the southern United States. Bindi is a very, very old girl. She is getting up there in age, and so she's pretty tired all the time. We've had her here for quite a while. She came to us from a family that owned her as a pet. Even though these are wild animals, a lot of people go out and are able to get these animals as pets and raise them in their homes. Unfortunately, it usually doesn't work out very well. Because they're wild, they have wild instincts, they can bite, they can scratch, they're often not potty trained, they make a mess of the house. Plus, Bindi here, coatis in general, smell pretty bad. They have a very, very distinctive smell, and it is not nice. It smells a bit like a skunk. It's just how their bodies smell. Yeah, I'm talking about you. You're stinky. I know you can't help it though. But so the people that had Bindi when she was about 8 years old, they'd had her since she was a baby. They just couldn't keep her any longer, and they asked us to take care of her. So she's been here ever since. She's been here now, I think, about 6 years. So we've had her for a while. She is, she's very, very sweet, but she is still very much a wild animal. She does not like people messing with her things. So if she has a toy or food, you cannot try to grab it from her. She will definitely bite. With coatis, they're pretty possessive, so you have to trade them. So if they have something that you want, you have to give them something else. It's just one of their quirks. But Bindi also, because they're warm-weathered animals, it is not very cold out right now. It's probably in the high 60s, but that is way too cold for her. She thinks it's freezing. Really, 80, 85 is her type of weather. So unless it's really warm outside, she stays curled up in her box there. Coatis eat all kinds of things. They eat insects, they eat fruit, they eat vegetables. She gets scrambled eggs every single day. Every single day we make scrambled eggs for her. She really likes the scrambled eggs. Yogurt. She gets a kibble, a dry food. She'll eat pretty much anything, and they have these amazing noses. If you got a chance to see her nose, they have these really long, very flexible noses, and they use those noses to push dirt around. So when they're looking for something to eat, they use that nose to dig in the dirt. And as a matter of fact, it's not filled up right now, but right next to her little box, so let me zoom out, there's a pan with dirt. So we fill that up, and we will put mealworms in there, and so that she gets a chance to dig around in the dirt and find food. She loves that. And she also, over on the other side, she has a bigger one. So again, we put fresh, clean dirt in there, put food, mealworms, crickets, different things for her to hunt on her own. And then she also has a little maze. So this is an enrichment thing that we do with her. We will hide food in different spots in this maze, and she will have to go find it. Particularly at her age, you see she has a ramp. It's really hard for her to climb. She is getting old, and she's got some arthritis, so it's harder for her to get around. So keeping her moving, keeping her active, keeping her playing is really, really important. But we can't have her do too much because it'll hurt her a little bit. Bindi! Hi! Hi! Do you want to come out and say hi? Do you want to come out? Huh? Do you want to come out and say hi? Well, come on. Come on, say hi to everybody. Oh, that's a good girl. Oh, stretch. So another thing about Bindi is she was declawed and defanged. That is a really, really common practice with people that buy coatis as pets. They have bear-like feet, you can see. And they have very, very long, sharp claws that they use to climb and that they use to dig in the dirt. and those are often removed when people have them as pets. Same with their fangs, their canine teeth, which are very large. Those are usually taken out. Unfortunately, what that does is cause quite a few problems, like encouraging arthritis if they're declawed. So, not a good thing. Are you not going to come down? You're just going to sit in your dirt. Are you just going to sit in your dirt? Hi. She's got cute little ears. Coatis, when they're younger, they are quite active, very curious, and get into a lot of trouble. Of course, at her age, her advanced age, she's not as active anymore. But when they're young, they are quite something. Bindi. Well, it looks like this is all the show she has in her. But you guys got lucky because she came out, and she doesn't always come out. So also just a little bit about where she's at. We built her a really nice outside enclosure, and she hated it. She hated it because she'd spent the first 8 years of her life in someone's home living with a family, and she got very lonely out in the enclosure that she was in. So as she got older and started to become a little depressed, because I believe she probably felt alone and lonely, we moved her up here. This was not meant to be a permanent living situation, but it turned into one with her. This is going to be her house, because this building right here is actually our intern center. So the front part of the building, we have interns, usually college students or recent college graduates, that come here and they work to get experience taking care of animals. And so they live in this building, and this back room was meant to be a vet center. So it is, these enclosures have an outdoor area. They also have an indoor area that's air conditioned in the summer and heated in the winter. Hers is blocked off to keep the wind out when she goes inside. But this was meant for when animals here get sick or have to have surgery or something. This is where they recover, so that we can keep a close eye on them. It was never meant to be a permanent living quarters for a coati, but because the back room is where the interns prepare food and medications, and the interns are right here all the time, she gets a lot of company. She gets a lot of interaction with people. She's up near the front of the facility, so she kind of sees all the action, and it keeps her from feeling lonely. So she is much happier up here than she was in the nice enclosure that we built for her. So this is where she's going to stay. So before we move on to the next animal, I just wanted to get a quick shot of Noel, because she looks so cute. She's so pretty up there. Hi, beautiful. Hi. All right, let's come out here. So this beautiful tiger, her name is Selena. Selena happens to be the oldest tiger here at CARE. She is 20 years old. And let me tell you, 20 years in tiger years is pretty up there. You'll have to excuse, we have some water collecting in some of the enclosures because it's been raining nonstop. But we're drying out finally. But that noise that she's making, that is called a chuff or a snuffle. And that is the sound that tigers make to greet each other. It's a friendly greeting. And then, of course, in captivity, that's the sound that they make to greet us, their caretakers. So again, Selena is, where's she? I'm losing her. So Selena is 20 years old. Typically in the wild, tigers live to be, old information told us they're early teens, 11, 12, 13. New information is telling us that they only live to be about 8 or 10 years old. And that's probably because they're losing habitat and because of poaching, people hunting tigers, which is a really, really bad thing. So they're not living as long because of those things. I think she thinks that I'm gonna feed her. That's why she's pacing back and forth, but I'm not. It's not feeding time. But one amazing thing about Selena here, because she's older, also, another thing, she was someone's pet as well. And she was also declawed. And declawing in big cats is illegal because cats walk on their tippy toes. And when you declaw them, you take off basically the first knuckle of their foot, and so they can't walk on their tippy toes. It's really painful, and declawing can cause all kinds of problems for them, really bad problems. And so she, as she got older, she started having a lot of problems walking, didn't you? Yeah, it really hurt really bad. But we put her on this supplement called Antinol. Before that, we treated most of our cats with steroids, with prednisone, for any pain that they had. But steroids can be really harmful to them over time. It can damage their livers and kidneys. So this supplement called Antinol came out, and it's made from green mussels from New Zealand, and it's all natural. Are you trapped behind your ball? Are you trapped? Are you hiding? Are you hiding? So, are you hiding? She wants to play. Okay. Are you hiding? I can't see a tiger. Can you guys see a tiger? I don't see one. Hi, come on. Oh, what are you doing? I see you. I see you. See, this is what I was talking about earlier. Oh my goodness. You got me. No matter how loving and affectionate they are also still hunters. And they want to hunt things, including people. Anyway, we put her on this Antinol because she was honestly having a hard time even getting up. And it has, as you can see, she is walking just fine. She is doing great. She's spunky. She wants to play. It's kind of been a miracle having her on this supplement. We're just amazed all the time at how incredible it has been and how much it's changed really the lives of some of the animals here, because now she is just full of it and feeling good. Hi. All right, guys, that wraps up our first segment of our virtual tour at CARE. please join us next time and we'll meet some more of the animals. In the meantime, please look at the information in the video description. You can go to our website and learn more about us and the animals. You can follow us on social media and see lots of pictures and videos of them as well. Thank you guys. Take care of yourselves and we'll see you next time. Bye.